Hello to all of you dear friends. I hope you are all well. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to channel, Freedom in Humanity. Please subscribe to my channel after watching the video. This video is the fourth part of Prophets of God. This video is about the prophet of God called Hud. Please stay with us until the end of the video. Introducing the fourth prophet, Hud. The Hud of the divine prophet whose name is mentioned in the Quran. He was the prophet of the people of Ad and was commissioned to invite them to worship God and to prevent the worship of idols, but his people called him an idiot and ridiculed him. Therefore, God punished them with a cold wind, and only Hud and a few believers survived from the people of Ad. It is said that the story of Hazrat Hud and his people has not been mentioned in other heavenly books except in the Quran. Lineage. Hud is one of the prophets whose names are mentioned in the Quran. He is mentioned 7 times in the Quran. The 11th part of the Quran is also named Hud. Hud was a descendant of Noah, who is related to him through 7 intermediaries. His lineage is as follows: Hud son of Abdullah, son of Riyah, son of Kolad, son of Ayad, son of Aws, son of Arm, son of Sam, son of Noah. According to the comparison of the relationship between prophethood and Abraham, this lineage is more acceptable than the lines mentioned by others. Prophetic. Some believe that Hud was chosen as a prophet at the age of 40, citing narrations. He was commissioned to invite his people to worship God. Hud is the second prophet sent to fight the polytheism of his people. His people were the first people to become idolaters after the flood. They worshipped idols of the same name as the idols of Noah. The Ayad people considered Hud to be trustworthy and truthful, but when he spoke of worshipping God and not worshipping idols, he was ridiculed and called an idiot. According to the Quran, although Hud performed miracles to prove his prophethood, his people did not accept it and asked him for other miracles to prove his prophethood. According to the Quran, Hud, in response to his people telling him that he had not performed a miracle, mentioned his miracle that you and your gods could not harm me by the command of God. Some based on the words that Hud warned his people not to insist on your disbelief like Noah's people, that just as Noah asked God to punish his people, I will ask God to punish you. The people of Hud told him that the gods of Noah's people were weak, but our gods are as strong as we are, and your God cannot harm us. Ayad people. Noah was the prophet of the people of Ayad. The people of Ayad were the descendants of Ayad ibn Aws and are the first race of the Arabs. It is said that the story of Ayad and Hud is not mentioned in any of the other heavenly books and only the Quran mentions it. According to the Quran, the people of Ayad were tall, fat, powerful, and large. According to reports, the tallest of them was 5 meters and the shortest was 3 meters and 50 centimeters. Hud and his people lived in the land of Akaf. There is a difference in determining the exact area of Akaf. Some consider it the south of the Arabian Peninsula and the region between Yemen and Oman. According to some commentators, according to the Quran, It is clear from the civilization and life of the Ayad people that they had a good civilization and prosperous cities. Divine torment. Hud led his people for 760 years, but they always denied and ridiculed him. After the rebellion of the people of Ayad and the request for divine punishment, Hazrat Hud announced the divine punishment. By the command of God, it did not rain for 7 years in the land of Akaf, which was a green and prosperous land, and they suffered from famine. After that, God sent a black cloud to punish the people of Ayad. They thought that this cloud was the prelude to rain and that their gods had sent it, but Hud said to them, "This is the punishment that God has decreed for you." Then a strong cold wind blew. Its power was such that it separated the disbelievers from the earth like the trunks of a palm tree and threw its corpses to the ground. According to the Quran, this wind lasted for 7 nights and 8 days. This wind destroyed the people of Ayad. Among them, only Hud and his companions were saved from torment. They were hidden in a pit by the command of God. Jazairi has quoted Wahb as saying that in Arab history, days are known as the cold days of the old woman, which some consider to be the torment of the Ayad people. Burial place. Hud and his followers went to Mecca and settled there and stayed there for the rest of their lives. Damascus is also mentioned as the burial place of Hud. He is also said to have been buried in Syria. There is a grave attributed to Hud in Wadi al-Salam Cemetery in Najaf. Thank you dear friends for watching this video. Please support me by subscribing, liking, activating notifications for future videos, your comments, and introducing this channel to your friends. Message from the channel: freedom in humanity. Do 2 important things in your life. Number 1, as much as we can do good to others. Number 2, support each other.